Hello everybody. I'm here live from Guadalajara, Mexico. I did make a mistake. I'm off by 1 hour, so I should have started this 1 hour ago, so sorry about that. If anybody comes on here, please let me know if you hear the audio and stuff. Let's see here. Been going about 40 seconds. Doesn't even say I'm watching, which is weird. Alright, so since I'm not sure if anybody's watching right now, I'm guessing Friday. Oh, hello. Hi from Guyana. Thank you very much. That's NetRam. Am I saying Hondo? Hondo. You're my first viewer. Maybe you have two. I'm not sure. Oh, thank you, Wayne. So if you guys have any questions, I just got here to Guadalajara a couple days ago. I got here about a week ago. Then I drove around Mexico and came back. Wow, I got a lot of people from Guyana, huh? I think I noticed when I went to Guyana, I had lots of subscribers and a lot of people viewing. Have I shagged any senoritas? Robert's always got those questions. I'll leave that a secret. John Doe. Oh, or John Doe. The problem I have is I'm trying to learn Spanish, and then you start saying things differently. So, well, I know in Guyana you guys are speaking English. So, I noticed when I went to Guyana, I started getting a lot of views and subscribers and stuff. So, I probably got more. My number one video is actually from Guyana. It's over 500,000 views. Wow, I got a lot of people from Guyana. I didn't realize that. Oh, okay, so I already made a lot of videos around Mexico, probably like 7 other cities, but you guys haven't seen that yet. I'll be making some videos here in Guadalajara, and I'll be making. I'm thinking about going to either Puerto Vallarta or going to Cabo San Lucas. Yes, I've been gone for 9 months. It keeps getting longer and longer. Like maybe 4 years ago, I traveled for like 3 months. Then the next year was like 4 months. Then I went to like 6 or 7 months, and then this year's 9 months nonstop. It gets a little tiring after a while. Like I have to carry every single thing I have with me in all my bags, so now my bags are very heavy and my clothes get all worn out and holes in it. So if you guys see me on videos, I actually have about 8 shirts, but I have my favorite 3 shirts today. So you guys probably see me wearing my same shirts all the time. Someone said Guyana is a big empty country. I only went to the capital. I wanted to see the waterfalls in Guyana, but the guy made it sound really difficult to go there, like you had to take a plane to go there, and a bus or something like that. Looks like, okay, so any more questions? Got 16 viewers and not too many questions. When I came here, so as far as for more videos, I have more videos of Colombia, more videos of El Salvador, more videos of Guatemala. I have videos of Chichen Itza in Mexico. Got videos of Aguas Calientes, San Luis Potosi, Dolores Hidalgo, Querétaro, videos of like 3 or 4 more other cities in Mexico. Where's my next country? I actually think I'm going to go home pretty soon. It's time for me to go home for a couple months. So that's why I'm taking so much video. I have enough videos to keep uploading for like 3 months. I have been to Australia. I went to Australia only with the Navy. I went there like 3 times with the Navy. Went to the Golden Coast, went to Sydney, and went to a place called Cairns. Lately, I don't. Let me try to keep. Have I seen the Mash? I'll try to keep in order. Have I seen the Mashrami? Oh no, not today. I haven't. I went there. I went to Guyana also in 2015, and I think I was a couple days away from the Mashra Mani, but I didn't see it. Oh, hi, Cambos. You know, it's hard for me to say this because I still got the Spanish and English going on. But every day I'm living here, it's just in Spanish. I don't speak to English and anybody here. I can boost Tepe. How many hours do I spend every day? Lately, I've been just not as much as I used to. I used to upload videos every day. Now I'm just kind of doing every 3 days because I'm actually going to go home in about 2 or 3 weeks. But I have enough videos to just keep uploading for a few months. Oh. Is it cold where? Australia? I've been there a few times. I don't remember it being cold there. Hello again to Can Bostepi. Could you tell me how you pronounce your name? Where do I get my money for my expenses? I'm not going to say how much I make, but I have a military retirement. And as part of the military retirement, when you're in the military, they'll also give you pay for your disabilities. I get paid that. And YouTube, I'm actually making a surprising amount of money. I'm making about $1,400 a month on YouTube. That might surprise you guys, but I'm actually making about $1,400 a month on YouTube. Hopefully, I won't have to pay a bunch of taxes on that. Have I seen? I guess hopefully that's Spanish. Huicholes? I don't know what that is. Yeah, my pronunciation is bad. Pronounced like John. Oh, okay. John Bostepe? Bostepe. Once again, my pronunciation is all mixed. I used to study Japanese for a while, and I used to study Tagalog for a while, and I studied Thai for a while, and it's many years of studying Tagalog, so my head's really confused. When the first time I went to Mexico after retirement, I used to get confused with the Spanish, and I would start saying Japanese by accident, and then people would look at me funny. So the languages in my head are kind of it's like having a bunch of voices in my head. I got a bunch of languages that I'm actually not very good at those languages, but I've studied those for quite a while. Oh, thanks. And yes, I speak language called Richard. I've never been much of a talker. I don't know if you guys probably noticed that. I just always been the quiet kind of person. Eddie Torres says, have I been to Zapopan? Yes, I did. I made a video there last year. Maybe I'll do it again. I don't know. When I make these videos on YouTube of Mexico, they're not doing very good. Like if I go to Colombia and make a video of Colombia, I probably get like 4 to 5 times more views at least, minimum. Do I plan to visit Colombia? Do I speak Japanese? I used to be able to read and write the basic Japanese, the katana and hiragana. But it's been a while since I've been there. Like I said, my head's really confused. And then when I went to Brazil for 5 weeks, so I started studying Portuguese, and that kind of messed up my Spanish. I don't know, things got worse. When will I go to Colombia again? I'll definitely go to Colombia again. I'm not sure when. I definitely need to go to Asia. I think I'm going to go home for a while, then go to Asia. And I might stop in Hawaii first. So I would go home for a while, go to Hawaii, and then I would either probably go to Philippines or Thailand first. What's my top 3 cities? I get asked this a lot. One's definitely Medellin. Second would be, I really like here in Guadalajara, and I like Santiago in Chile. Yeah, I've been to the Philippines about 3 or 4 times. I've been to Thailand more than you guys would probably believe. I've been to Thailand about 10, 12 times. I used to, when I was in the Navy, I used to live in Japan for 5 years. So when I lived in Japan for 5 years, I would use my vacation time and go to Thailand. And I used to have a bunch of Filipino girlfriends. I would go to the Philippines a few times. I would go to Philippines, Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore. I've actually been to all those places. I want to go to Cambodia again. My mom's Vietnamese. She wants me to go to Vietnam. I have never been to Myanmar, so I would go there. I am from California. Scale of 1 to 10. Boy, how would I rate Guyana? Well, the problem is I only went to the capital city of Guyana, and a bunch of people kind of criticized me for that. But I really didn't know much about Guyana. I was actually going to rent a car in Guyana, but when I showed up to the airport, they kept giving me a bunch of hassles about renting a car there, so I ended up not renting a car in Guyana. When do I come back to the Republic? I guess you're talking about the Dominican Republic. I'm not quite sure. I've been there many, many times, actually, more than, also, once again, more than some guys might believe. Thank you, NetRam. Things change probably. Oh, Bogota? Yeah, I like Bogota. The only thing I didn't like about, really the only thing I don't like about Bogota is the weather. It's just, and the altitude. Altitude's pretty high. It's like over 8,000 feet. And the weather kind of sucks. What's special about Chile? You know, a lot of people talk bad about Chile. I don't know why that is. I like it. I don't know. I just... for Chile, I don't know. It seems very modern and stuff to me. When I walked around, it seemed modern. Nobody messed with me. And Chile is really weird when you get in line. People, like even for an escalator, people start making a big line, which is really unusual. If you go into the metro, instead of people crowding in, it's a big line. And I didn't know that when I started using the metro in Chile. Some people started getting mad at me because I did what most places do. You just kind of crowd in there, but they told me how to get in the back of the line. Yeah, Bogota kind of does suck. Do I have Instagram? Yes, I do. It's let me see. It's like Richards_world_traveler. It's on my face. It's under my YouTube. Let me see. Instagram. Like I do have a Facebook page for my YouTube, but I don't use it because I also have my personal one, and it's too hard to sit there and switch between a personal Facebook and a YouTube one. So I do use Instagram as my YouTube media site. And on my Instagram, I'm quite active on there now. I start posting pictures almost daily of where I'm at. What's the rule on Medellin? Medellin's awesome. I mean, you know, I traveled for over 9 months now, and I spent almost 4 months in Medellin. So I don't know if you can say I traveled for 9 months because I spent so much time in Medellin. I like Medellin. It's one of the few places I could actually stand still and stay for a while. I think I could do that in Guadalajara too. Do I get bored often? Yeah, I think that's why I started doing YouTube. It's not just for the money and stuff. Doing YouTube gives me something to do, because if I didn't do YouTube, I'd be sleeping all day, honestly. I just started kind of getting into the YouTube about 2 years ago. Before that, I would probably, you know, I went through the Caribbean in 2014. I went through most of the Caribbean islands, and I didn't make any YouTube videos. And what I would do all day is just like sleep till like 2, 3, 4 p.m. really, and man, that's really bad for my health. So doing YouTube gives me something to do. Gives me a goal. I now have a goal of get more subscribers, stuff like that. Yeah, my YouTube, I'm probably making more money than people with equal subscribers. I'm making about $1,400 to $1,500 a month, and I think the reason is because you notice my videos are long, and my long videos have lots of ads in them. We kind of talked about that with Marwa, and he's got more subscribers and he doesn't make as much money as I am. And it's because I have lots of videos and they're all long and they all have lots of ads. Oh, thank you, Real Travel Something. Another reason, like what I learned from Marwa was, you know, what helps him. He has like Facebook, then he's pretty active. He's active on his Twitter. He's active on his Twitter. He's active on his Instagram. And I wasn't doing any of that, so I'm going to try at least get active on Instagram. Oh, thank you, Delight. I usually get mean comments from you. That's sick. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mark. Oh, hi, Alex. You're in Bogota now? Yeah, Mar was a cool guy. He's an interesting story. He came from Kenya, and then he somehow made himself all the way to Colombia, and then he started his YouTube, and he's makes more money on YouTube than he does working a full-time job, and he's kind of not happy about that. Hi, Kenny. Yeah, I'm still in Mexico. I'm in Guadalajara. Yeah, I know, Delight. It took me a while to figure out it's just constructive criticism. I have to explain many times my pronunciation is bad. How are women? Are you talking about Mexico? You know, I've noticed. I've been traveling. You guys haven't seen all my videos yet. What I did is I've been renting a car almost 2 weeks now, and I would drive to one city for one day, video. I'll go to another city for 2 days, video. I'll go to another city. I finally came back. I'll have a lot of video of the central part of Mexico, and I would say, yeah, I've definitely seen a lot of women. When did my Latin American journey start? You mean this year? Or I mean this past 9 months? So last May I went to Mexico for about a month. Then I went to Let me try to remember. I went to Panama for maybe a week. Then I went to Colombia for quite a while. And I traveled all over Colombia. And then I went to Curacao. Then I went from Curacao to Guyana. No, I went from Curacao to. Sorry, I'm a little confused now. I went from Curacao to Suriname, and I went from Suriname to Guyana, and I went from Guyana to Trinidad. I went from Trinidad to, I think, St. Vincent. I went from St. Vincent to Barbados. I went from Barbados to St. Lucia, and then I went to Guadeloupe, and then I went to Martinique. Then I went to the Dominican Republic. Then I went to Costa Rica. Then I went back to Panama. Then I went to Colombia. Then I went to El Salvador. Then I went to Guatemala. And now I've been in Mexico almost 3 weeks. Yeah, so that's where I've started. But as far as where have I been in Latin America, I've been to every country except for in Venezuela. Technically, I was in Venezuela for 4 hours, but I'm not going to count that. But every South American country I've been to except for Venezuela. I've been to every country in Central America. Been to Canada, the U.S., Mexico. I've been to almost every Caribbean nation, not every island, but almost Caribbean nation, except for like 2 or 3. Costa Rica, I like Costa Rica. I would like to travel more through there again. Colombia, I definitely like Colombia. Am I tired of traveling? Yeah, I am a little tired. I'll be honest. Part of it is my mom. I want to go see my mom again. This is about 8 years ago, I was traveling through Asia on my vacation time, going to a new duty station, and my dad died when I was in Cambodia. So I was right in the middle of Cambodia, and my dad died, and then they pretty much wanted to have the funeral like 2 to 3 days after he died, and I was actually in Vietnam, so I was really upset about that. I was like, wow, my dad died, and I'm here in Cambodia, out in the middle of nowhere, and then I had to go to Vietnam. I wasn't having a good time in Vietnam because my dad died, and now my mom's still alive, and I don't want to have any regrets of not being around. So I'm gonna go. Probably in a couple weeks, I'm going home. Okay, so that's kind of personal there, but well, a couple people have called me out as far as like, oh, I'm a real traveler, so I need to go to Asia or something. Yeah, I do. I do want to go to Asia. Oh. Well, thank you, Alex. That's the very first. That's the very first super chat I ever had. Thank you. 100,000 Colombian pesos. That's about $34. Well, thank you, Alex. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. So, Alex Viejar sent me 100,000 Colombian pesos. Thank you very much. Yeah, and I hope you met with Marwa. I think because he's in Bogota, and I know you watched him. When will I go to Medellin again? I don't know. I should go to Medellin again because I went to the dentist there and they prepared me for 2 implants, so I'm missing 2 teeth right here. But I might get that fixed in Thailand. I'm not sure. Thank you again, Alex. Are you still in Bogota? to anyone watching. Ooh, how do I send money? I've never done it before. I think there's a little under the chat is a dollar sign. Oh. Yeah, I went. Whew. Medellin is one of those cities where I go there and I just you don't want to leave. Yeah, that girl on the beach of Colombia, I met her in Medellin, and the weird, I wouldn't call it weird, but if you go to Colombia and you ask a woman to go somewhere with you, you take her on a vacation, she will go with you. I mean, you have to just pay for the plane tickets, you pay for stuff like that. Let me adjust the screen. Yeah, so, and Colombia is cheap, so that didn't cost me much at all. There's actually a Colombian woman I know, she's here in Mexico. We might go to Cabo San Lucas together, but I'm not 100% sure. You know, some Colombian women will change their mind. Medellin just got back. So where are you at now, Eddie? Yeah, Medellin. That's like one of those addictive places. I had that problem when in Thailand. I would go to Thailand and just not want to go home. I have not, but I haven't been to Thailand since 2009, so I have no idea. Medellin. What smile? What do you mean by that? Oh, you're talking about, you're trying to figure out how to do that. As far as the super chat, I don't know if you can do it if you're using a phone. I think you have to use a computer. On a computer, you'll see like I can't even show you, but you see like a little dollar sign. Barranquilla, I have been there. I thought it was pretty cool, but there's not really any touristy things to do there. It looks like a bunch of housing and apartments and stuff like that. I was surprised when I went to Barranquilla that when you see my video, I was walking through the streets that look just like some modern world kind of place to live, but wasn't too much to do. Okay, any more questions? Oh, I have a question for you. What is like if you could choose a time I would go live, what day of the week and what time would it be? I think a lot of people kind of do it on Sundays. I'm not sure if that's better. So if you could choose what time I would do a live stream, when would it be? What day, what time? (9 p.m. Sundays. That's what I was thinking. That was the perfect time. But I'm finally staying in a hotel that has really fast internet. Like I wanted to go live a few days ago, but the problem when you travel is your internet can be really sucky and lousy. And it's really fast where I'm at right now, so I took advantage of that. Sunday. Okay, so I'll start doing Sundays. Yeah. Everybody's saying Sunday. Yeah. That. Wow. Thank you, Eddie. 500 Mexican pesos. Go Army. Jeez. Now my computer's getting all overheated. Well, thank you again, Eddie. Eddie Torres sent me 500 Mexican pesos. Go Army, beat Navy. So where are you at, Eddie? Were you by, I think, Tijuana or something like that? Sundays. just before the work week. Man, I was in Brazil for 5 weeks, and I want to go back. That's the Brazil made it easier to get a visa. I don't know if you guys know that, but it used to be you had to apply for a visa to go to Brazil with a bunch of paperwork, but now you can actually apply for your visa to Brazil on the internet, and it sounds really easy. So I would definitely like to go back to Brazil. Brazil is one of those places I'd probably go there for several months. Oh, you live in San Diego? Yeah, I've been to Tijuana a lot. I know all the bars in Zona Rosa too. I've been there. I might go to Tijuana again. I'm not sure. Thank you again, Alex, and thank you again, Eddie. Sunday. Okay, so it seemed like the consensus is Sunday about 9 p.m. Hi, Shane. How are you? I've already been through about 8 cities in Mexico. You guys, the problem is I'm just uploading a video about every 3 days. Maybe I'll upload another one tomorrow. But I've been through a lot. Basically, I rented a car. And I just drove and drove and drove and drove. I've had to fill up the gas tank like 3 times. The problem is they gave me the gas tank empty, so I have to, for my best use, I should give them the gas tank back empty. And I still have like 3/4 of a tank of gas. Ooh, the visa to Brazil, I'm not sure. All I know is it used to be if you applied and paid, it's like $160 or something, you would get like a 10-year multiple entry. But when I went to Brazil, I went during the Olympics, and during the Olympics you didn't need a visa to go to Brazil. That's why I went there. So I was in Brazil for 5 weeks. But now you can just go ahead and apply for your visa online. That's probably within the last month or 2 they started that. Hungering in Medellin. Yeah, I'm trying to keep I'm no angel, but you know, I'm trying to eventually build up like sponsors and stuff. So I'm not going to get too personal with that. Well, thank you, Delight, for the 20. Did you? Oh, wow. Well, thank you again, Delight, for $20. I don't know if that's for all your constructive criticism that you have given me. I don't know. Thanks a lot. I really appreciate that. Actually, I don't know your story. I think you seem like you've been to the Dominican Republic a lot, but you live in Georgia or something like that. Could you tell me where you live and what's your background? Alex, you speak better Portuguese than Spanish. Oh, I've been to Porto Alegre. I thought it was pretty cool. There's some other cities there I can't remember. I've been through like 5 or 6 cities in Brazil, and whew, I like it. Brazil is one of those places where you walk around and you like it, if you're a single man anyway. Let me try to keep up. Okay, I'm not too far. Oh, you're in Mexicali? Okay, I didn't know that. Okay. That's near is it near Arizona or something like that? Oh. Yeah, so Alex, yeah, when I went to Brazil for 5 weeks, I had to try to study Portuguese. Mostly the counting and stuff like that, the basic readings. Ooh. Oh, thank you, Dylan. Well, thank you. I guess you do have to have a computer. Brazil. I like Brazil. Is Brazil dangerous? I'll be honest. When I went to Brazil, I was in Rio, and I really badly wanted to video walking up and down the beach in Rio. I was like, nope. I just didn't do it. I think doing videos in Rio would have been awesome, but I was just, yeah, I'll be honest. I didn't feel comfortable walking around Brazil around Rio with my camera. I did in Sao Paulo and some other places, but okay. I thought you were actually near London or something. Okay, cool. Tobacco leaf business in the DR and live in New York. Okay, cool. Thought you kind of like also you knew about Santiago and stuff like that. Los Angeles. Once again, I like Brazil. What do I think of Peru? Peru, I like Peru. People in Peru are super, super friendly. It's one of those places you go there and you wonder what people want from you, but all they want to do is just talk to you. You can really just go to Peru and people are so friendly and just want to talk to you and stuff like that. So I really like Peru. It's like a totally different world. It's that they don't act similar to the other Latin American countries. It's more of a lot of people are kind of indigenous, or there are some white people too, but they act totally different. And they don't act like most of the other Latinos. Florianopolis. That's one of the places I didn't go. I wish I did. Ukraine is on point. Yeah, I want to go there for sure. I definitely will. Maybe at the beginning of next year, I'll be going through there. Yeah, like Alex said, they'll take my camera to Rio. That's my gut instincts told me not to do it. So some many people say I do things that are dangerous, but I do follow my gut instinct, and my gut instinct told me to not walk around Rio with a camera. Yeah, so I would have loved to take in video in Rio. I just didn't because my gut instinct told me don't do it. Peru, yeah, food in Peru is definitely very good. People in Peru super friendly. Oh wow, I didn't know that about Santiago. I walked around Santiago quite a bit. Honestly, I just kind of thought it was okay. When am I coming to Sweden? Are you in Sweden? I will come to Sweden. I think I'll be in that part of the world right around, oh, it might be too cold, huh? Maybe December or January. It's probably a bad time of year to go. I'm going to start with Asia first. And maybe I could go to like India, Sri Lanka. I've actually been to those places before with the Navy, but might start going around there. Maybe Nepal, places like that. When will I go to Oktoberfest? I kept thinking about. I almost went there last year, but I just didn't go. Possibly, maybe next year. This year, probably not. Good in the U.S. Ventura, Florida. I lived in Japan for 5 years. I've been to Korea about 3 or 4 times. But that was all for the U.S. Navy. You know, I lived in Japan for 5 years and went to Korea probably like 3 or 4 times. Honestly, I didn't like Korea too much, though. I'll be honest. But Korea would be different if I didn't have all those. When you're in the military, they give you a bunch of rules. So you go to these different countries, they give you a bunch of rules, and you can't have too much fun sometimes. So if I went to Korea and didn't have all those rules, it might be more fun. Oh, thank you, Kali. Are you actually in Sweden? What type of camera do I use these days? Well, you might have noticed my videos aren't really like a vlog, because my videos are, I should visit North Korea. I would actually go if I could, actually. It might sound crazy. I think you have to go to China first and take a tour, but now it's recently illegal for Americans. The Americans made it illegal for citizens to go there. Travel solo in the heat. Yeah. You see, if someone stole my little, I don't know. This is just like, so if I start doing my vlog, it's like this, but I don't have my gimbal with me, it's in the bag. But this camcorder takes good video too, but it's not my main camera. If you guys see me do a video in Medellin, it's probably this one, Panasonic LX10, but I'm gonna, when I get back home, I plan on buying lots of new camera equipment. I'm gonna get rid of most of that stuff. So if I was you, Alex, I'd buy you a GoPro Hero 6. You can actually just hold it in your hand and it does really good. I've only had this a couple months and I really like it. So I might start vlogging more just because the GoPro Hero 6 is really awesome. Okay. North Korea isn't easy to visit. Yeah, as far as North Korea, it used to be illegal until a couple months ago. But the way you had to do it is you had to go to China first, and then you have to take a guided tour from China, and I wouldn't do that. Right now, I think it's actually illegal. Fiji or Tonga. I do want to go to those places too. The problem is, man, those places are really remote, way in the Pacific. As far as that area, I've been to Hawaii once. I've been to Guam about 3 or 4 times. Been to Saipan. Oof. That might be all the islands I went to in that area. I've been to Australia. Been to a place called New Caledonia. That's a French island. Japan Rail Pass. No, I never used. Oh, I have used a train in Japan. I haven't used the bullet train though. I have been to Canada. I've been there. As far as Canada, I've been to Vancouver several times. I've been to Toronto, I think twice. Been to Nova Scotia, and that's about it. Where did I? Yeah, my holidays, I was in Medellin, Colombia. It was actually with Marwa. I mean, we didn't have a Christmas. I mean, we didn't like, here's a Christmas present or something. But it was actually with Marwa for Christmas and New Year's. Yeah, Japan's very nice. Yeah, I hear you, Alex. Japan's very nice, but it's super expensive. I lived there for 5 years, and man, it was just expensive. Yeah, make sure you get the GoPro Hero 6, because the video is very stable. You can actually, oh, I can't demo it too. You can actually just kind of hold it like this and walk around, and it looks almost as good as my regular videos, almost. Do I feel less safe in Mexico? No, I don't. I don't know. I definitely like. I like the feel of Colombia better because people in Colombia are very lively and animated, and they like to party, stuff like that. Like I'm walking around Guadalajara today, everybody's kind of acting like Americans. Actually, in this city, they act like Americans. If you go to Colombia, it seems like the whole country, everybody's lively, happy, having parties, and same thing with the Dominican Republic. The Dominican Republic, you can go on the sidewalk, play some music, and people, I don't know, they'll start their own party or something like that. Sunday is a good time, yeah. Did I like Guyana? I did. I'm starting to get a lot of questions now. Did I like Guyana? I liked it. As far as I don't know, some things I didn't like about it. It just, like when I went to the waterfront, I seen all the trash on there. I think the people should clean up the beach, or some people might not say it's a beach, but people should clean up the trash, And some of you guys, yes, like Alex and Delight, some of you guys are subscribers to me and Marlon. Yes, the Colombians, they like to party. The Dominicans too. The Dominicans and Colombians, they like to party. And someone asked me about Peru. I like Peru, but they aren't big party people. They're not like the Colombians and the Dominicans. Oh, you're Guyanese too. So you're Guyanese, you live in New York, and you have a tobacco business in the DR. That's quite interesting. I noticed my subscribers started to grow really fast when I did those videos in Guyana. So when someone said, would I go back, I would think about going back just to do YouTube for almost full time there for quite a while. Maybe that's not a good reason just to go back, but I also like Suriname. Walking around Suriname's maybe kind of a little less, seems like a lot less people going on, but I like Suriname too. And you're from, trying to figure out where everybody's at. So any more questions? So my current plans is I will probably go home pretty soon and then go to Hawaii later. I might take some video right around Las Vegas or Reno, or I want to do like Venice Beach, stuff like that. But then maybe Hawaii, then I would either go to like Philippines or Thailand first. Where would you retire? Oh, yeah, that's the problem. I don't think I want to stay put. I think because I was in the Navy, sometimes we would go. Some Navy ships are really good. You would go to one country for 4 days, and then you're out to sea for 1 or 2 days, and you go to another country for 4 days, and you're out to sea for a couple of days, then you go to another country for 4 days. So that's how one way I was able to see so many countries, but unfortunately I wasn't making YouTube videos. Well, that's it. So where would I retire? I don't know. I want to keep traveling for a couple of years. Oh, hey Mara, how you doing? I didn't catch you there. Marwa is having tech issues. He needs me to fix his computer. Actually, I'm having my own tech issues. One reason I need to go home, my computer's acting funny today. Or last night. And I might change my computer to a smaller computer. The last time I flew, I was overweight and by like 1 kilo, and then they charged me 500 Mexican pesos. The people felt like I was robbed. where would I? So I have been to Philippines like 3 or 4 times. Been to Manila, Quezon City. Went north for, I forgot the name of the place. Then I went to Cebu. And I went to Manila a few times. Oh, well. Then I went to Angeles City. Yeah, you guys know what that's about. So I've been there. I think I went there once. Shout out to Marlo. Okay, what city is more expensive for living? Whew, I think that depends on what city. See, I went to the Dominican Republic last year with a friend that also lives in Colombia, and we were commenting on how expensive it was. So I think that depends on the city. And if you stay away from the gringo restaurants, I would call them gringo restaurants. Like, if you put a restaurant where the gringos would go, it's pretty expensive. You're from Socala, you're Peruvian. So you asked me that question and I didn't know. But people from Peru are extremely friendly. I was actually surprised when I went to Peru. I was just, man, people just want to talk to you, and you wonder why these people talking to me for. And you think, when you travel, you think people just want your money, but they just want to talk to you. They didn't want no money. They just want to talk to you. And my Airbnb host in Cusco, before I left, they wanted to show me like the typical breakfast. They bought me the breakfast, and then they bought me some special bread that I think it looked like a boy or something like that. They were just so friendly. I don't know. Okay. I was trying to get a million comments. What's my favorite country in South America? I would probably spend most of my time in Colombia. That's just the way it is. I would say the people in Peru are the friendliest, but I would probably spend most of my time in Colombia. Ooh, I ain't gonna get that much. Colombia, I like Colombia. Yeah, Panama. I don't know about Panama. I've been there, Panama, like six to 8 times. Panama is good for a stopover. You could fly from Mexico to Panama, stay there for a week, and then go to Colombia, or vice versa. Panama is a nice middle place to stay. But I would say Panama is not a place I would live. Even though I've been there many times, it's not a place I would live. Oh, Satish. So I'm trying to keep up with these. Is Panama expensive? Yep, Panama's expensive. Mashrami. There's Maro. How you doing, Maro? You're having technical issues. Yeah, Colombia. I mean, even like people that aren't from Colombia are saying Colombia, like Eddie. Colombia is one of those places I could stay for a while. I don't know. I think I could probably stay in Brazil for a while too, but the language barrier gets worse for me. Peruvian food, yes. It's true. Wherever I go, if you travel the world, you'll see like Chinese restaurants, Mexican restaurants. You see a lot of Peruvian restaurants. In Latin America, there's definitely a lot of Peruvian restaurants. So, yep. Medellin. Alex asks, did I worry about the scopoline or whatever it is. I think someone drugged me in the Dominican Republic, like 3 or 4 months ago. I was in Sosua with my friend, and I don't know if you guys. Sosua is really crazy place. I think someone did drug me. I made it back home, but I never felt that way before. I made it back home, but I was like, whoa, I'm about to pass out. I was like, oh, I'm gonna pass out. I was like, oh my, I can't believe this. Then I realized there's this girl. She probably put something in my drink, but luckily my hotel, I could walk to my hotel in like 3 minutes. She wanted to go back home with me to my hotel. I said nope. I mentally noticed something. I was drugged. I think for sure I was drugged. But like I said, my hotel was like 3 minutes away, and I made it back. I don't know what kind of drug it was. Panama's expensive. Panama is expensive. The city, anyways. I haven't been to any other place except for Panama City and Playa Blanca. I need to marry a Colombian woman. I don't want to get married right now. Panama, yeah, Panama is a good place to party. But I don't know. I have a bad taste in my mouth with Panama because the taxi drivers try to cheat you and rip you off. I've almost gotten in a fight with taxi drivers many times there because they will try to cheat you. But now Panama has Uber, so Uber is getting better and better in Panama. Yeah, Venezuela's got tough. I like the people. I guess the government is just crap. Oh, thank you, Carlito. I think that's first time I think I got drugged. I'm 99% sure I got drugged in Sicily. Yeah, but I got back. I'm 99% sure I got drugged in Sicily, but I made it back okay. Do I like Costa Rica? I do like Costa Rica. The people there are kind of weird. I don't want to offend anybody, but they almost don't act like Latinos. They act like they're a different part of the world. But people in Costa Rica, they really like to talk. Like I go to Costa Rica and people just talk, and talk some more. So that's very interesting about Costa Rica and there's a lot of people that speak English. So in Costa Rica, maybe if their English isn't perfect, I could speak my Spanish and they understand what I'm saying. Alex was drugged in Detroit 10 years ago. Yeah, that was the first time it happened to me. I made it back though. Pretty sure I was drugged. Yeah, Panama is expensive. Yeah, did I go to Calle Uruguay in Panama? Yeah, I've been there. Isn't that the street they house the Club Ache? Club Ache? That's a pretty cool club to go to at night. That Club Ache is kind of like a normal club, but probably 75% of the women are of bad morals. You know, would I make a video of tequila? I'll do it tomorrow. I was going there tomorrow. I've been there 3 times I don't think I've made any videos really. So I have a rental car. I'm going to Tequila tomorrow. So I'll try to take a different approach to my video there. Instead of just walking around, I'll try to talk more or show you more things besides just walk around Tequila. Kale, you want me to go everywhere? We'll probably go to Africa next year. Not this year. Not this year. Thank you, just looking. Yes, Marwa is going to show me around. He's going to be my tour guide and my bodyguard. Marwa's going to be my bodyguard and show me around Kenya and stuff like that. What happened to the Uruguay woman? I've been to Uruguay. I don't recall having a Uruguay woman there. Good night, Real Travel, something. I'm sorry it's late, so now I realize Sunday, every single person says Sunday is a better day for live streams. Just looking, where are you going to travel to? Whew. Where have you been, Kale? You've got a big list. Yes, Gully Trader. Panama is good for shopping. Yes, is very, very true. That's where I bought my GoPro. I bought my GoPro in Panama for the same price as the United States, and I got this for free. So like if you want to buy this in Colombia, you're going to pay 25 to 35% more than what you pay in the United States. But in Panama, I got the American prices. And there's one more city in South America you can shop. It's called I think it's Ciudad del Este in Paraguay. It's on the border of Brazil, almost Argentina, and it's like a whole city that's duty free. And electronics there is actually cheaper than the United States. Be cool to see my California vids. Yeah, I'm not quite. I kept thinking about making a video walking through Sacramento, but when after walking through all these other countries, California seems a little boring. But I will. I definitely want to do one of Venice Beach when the weather is warm. Walk along Venice Beach, walk through Las Vegas. Reno's kind of interesting too. I would walk through Reno. Costa Rica. Yeah, so the guy from Costa Rica says he shops in Panama a lot. Panama is, I have to admit, Panama is good for shopping. Especially like if you want to buy electronics. You can buy electronics there for like the same as the US prices, which is, might not sound good, but it is. When am I going to Poland? Ooh, I definitely want to go there. I'm guessing that's probably next year though, or end of this year. I want to go all around there, all that Northern Europe area. I want to go through there. I like Chile. I do like Chile. San Diego's actually, for the United States, San Diego is probably my favorite. I'm not quite sure why. I spent a lot of time in San Diego because I was in the Navy too, but it's probably my favorite city, I think. I know the rents and stuff like that is very expensive though, so I'm not sure if I would live in San Diego because it's super expensive for the rent. Del Sur, Santiago. Where's the best place to buy soccer jerseys in Medellin? Actually, I don't know that one. I know if you want to buy the real stuff, I actually bought the Medellin one in a supermarket. I think it's called Favela, or however you say it. You do see a lot of people on the street selling those soccer shirts, but they're probably low quality, probably. Where's my best place I ever visited? I think that depends on what you want. As far as beauty, there's lots of beautiful places. If you talk about people and stuff, you can see I spent a lot of time in Medellin. I think if I go to Thailand, I will almost get stuck there, but except for their immigration policy is kind of weird. Venezuela. You know, I was looking around on like Facebook pages. There are a lot of Venezuelans here in Guadalajara, so I was thinking about trying to find some and talk to them, but I'm not sure if that would be interesting for you guys. San Diego is awesome. I don't really like LA. LA's got a lot of things to do, but man, LA's expensive. Oof. Went to LA like a year and a half ago, and I think the hotel was like $300 or something like that. It was ridiculous. I have a friend that lives by LA though. Maybe I could sleep on his couch. I'm not worried about some military drill in Venezuela. What's my favorite Latin American food? Actually, I like tamales and enchiladas. A few days ago, I was eating a bunch of tamales at this one place in Querétaro, I think. It's Querétaro. Man, the tamales are really, really good. I should have a video of that. I was videoing me eating a bunch of street food. Everything was like 10 pesos, and I had a bunch of stuff. Oh, yeah, ceviche. Yeah, that's true. Can't skip that. No, I never seen that Venezuelan guy again. I asked for his WhatsApp, and he's like, "Oh, I don't have a phone," or something like that. And so when he didn't have a phone, it was just kind of. Have I been to India? I've been to India, I think just one time. No, maybe twice. Went to, with the Navy. The Navy went to Goa, or a place by Goa, and then we took a bus to Goa. And that's kind of an interesting place because India is very conservative, but they actually have a nude beach over there. And they had a little town with a bunch of hippies and stuff like that, and that was kind of weird. But I have been to India. I've been to Sri Lanka like 2 or 3 times. So Super T-Quest says Medellin is overrated. You didn't like it? Alright. Ooh, what's the best bar or restaurant near Parque Jerez? As far as restaurant in Parque Jerez, I like to eat at the restaurant called Basilica. Or if you go to the Charlie Hotel on the very top of the Charlie Hotel, they have a really awesome restaurant. It's at the top, and they have a swimming pool and the total view of the city. That's a really awesome place to eat. It's on top of the Charlie Hotel. Oh, the guy in the DR, he seemed okay. I don't know. I knew the guy in the Santiago was a hustler, but he kept me safe. he took me some places where I wouldn't walk by myself for sure. Oh yeah, if you're comparing Medellin to Thailand, yeah, it's a big difference. If you go to Thailand, if you're looking for women, it's right there in your face. You should consider Sosua in Dominican Republic. Sosua in Dominican Republic is kind of like small Pattaya, but Dominican ladies and also Haitian ladies. Oh, thank you, Delight. You're providing lots of support. Iron stomach. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I can basically. You know when you travel to these foreign countries and you're like, oh, don't drink the water, but for me, it's. I could just drink the water. I did get sick a few weeks ago in El Salvador. I ate some. I probably shouldn't eat Mexican food in El Salvador, but I had Mexican food in El Salvador and it got me sick. But otherwise, yeah, my stomach, I can handle a lot of these foods that would used to get me sick. Like, let's say 3-4 years ago, every time I came to Mexico, I would get sick. Every single time, I would get sick. I get diarrhea. Now, I could just, I don't know, I can kind of eat what I want to eat without getting sick, except for a couple weeks ago. Yeah, the Sam Afar guy, yeah, he seems okay. Me and Maro were talking about him, like, we would leave comments on his videos, and he never replied to us, so me and Maro actually unsubscribed to him. Dominican Republic. I like the Dominican Republic. When I lived in Virginia, I would go there like twice a year. And how expensive is food in Guadalajara? You know what's interesting is if you go to a typical decent restaurant in Guadalajara, it would cost you almost as much or the same as a restaurant in California. So it's one of those things where I don't understand. I know that the Americans make more money than the Mexicans, but why does a restaurant cost the same? Your stomach adapted. Yes, I think my stomach has gotten much bigger too. So probably like 9 months ago, I weighed like, I think I gained at least 20 pounds at least minimum. I need to start exercising. I was talking to my friend about that today. I'm gaining a lot of weight. I need to do things like hiking and bicycle riding and swimming and stuff like that. Just walking around, it doesn't cut it. Oh, cool. Mexico, Guatemala. I really like Guatemala. Some people might think that's weird, but I would like to rent a car and drive all through Guatemala again. Or I drove through there before, but I want to go more places. Yeah, the weight gain. I don't know. So I brought like I probably have like 9 shirts. Now I only want to wear like 3 of them because I gained so much weight. So even though I have 9 shirts, I wear about 3 of them. That's these loose ones here. And Colombian women can be pretty straight with you. I had 2 of them recently said, "Hey, you're getting fat." So now I'm a little self-conscious about that now. Is it safe in Guatemala? A lot of people there's a lot of areas of Guatemala City which people say are kind of dangerous in the city, but the rest of the country is pretty safe. Maybe I'm missing something. Yeah, I think, I'm not the only person. I think a lot of people have gained weight when they're traveling, and I've been doing it for 9 months. I don't know, how about you guys? If you guys travel for a while, do you gain weight? Another problem was when I was in the Navy, they force you to be within a weight standard, and once you retire, you kind of like, oh, forget about it. Horizontal mamba is a good way to lose weight. Well, I should have lost a lot of weight in Colombia. I didn't lose any weight. So, it's not really true, I don't think. Do I like Chile? I do like Chile. I only went to Santiago, Chile, so I still like it. I know Chile has a lot of beautiful places to see, but I just haven't seen them. Medellin is very well-rounded, good overall. A lot of people say Medellin would be perfect if it had a beach. A lot of people say that. It doesn't have a beach, but otherwise I like it. Cheaper food, exotic food, weight gain. Yeah, I wouldn't know what to say about that. I gain a lot of weight when I travel. But then when I go home, I stay at my mom's house when I go home, because I don't have my own place actually. I put all my stuff in my mom's house, so now I don't have to pay rent. I just travel. But when I go home, my mom wants to feed me a bunch of food. I think that gaining weight is part of self-control. I know mentally what to do to not gain weight, but it's not what I'm doing. Jay White said, Colombian women are the best. Medellin has a lot of restaurants. Someone said Medellin doesn't have the food, but they have a lot of good restaurants. Well, I would say the good restaurants in Medellin aren't cheap. It probably costs more than California. Or maybe the same. Okay, so Gully Trader asks, how is San Andres Island? I hear they speak English. They do. A lot of them do. The people that have been there for a while are actually kind of like of African descent, and a lot of them actually, I think they technically say they speak English Creole, which sounds odd, but they say that's their normal language. And if you look around the internet, some of them complain saying, hey, English is our language, not Spanish, and they're mad about that. And some people are rebels, so they kind of say, hey, our language is English, not Spanish. The girls at Hooters. The Hooters in Medellin is quite special, I'll tell you that. Yeah, you're right, Shane. I know exactly. I spent many years. I used to actually kind of get into bodybuilding like a long time ago, and I studied all that. I know what I need to do, but I just don't do it. Jay White says San Andres is Creole. Yeah, but I think there's different versions of Creole. There's not just one version of Creole. You got like the French, and you got this and that, and then those people there can speak English. And the weird thing is, the Colombian woman I took there, she didn't even know that. that I told the taxi driver we were speaking English. And I said, "Tell her that the people here speak English." She didn't know that. And also, San Andres is weird because the typical average Colombian can't go there and live there. They can only stay there a certain amount of time per year. What restaurants in Costa Rica do I recommend? Actually, I can't say I'm too good with that one. You know, when I was walking through San Jose, it's like I could swear half the restaurants were American restaurants. So I don't know. I'm not really good with that. French Creole from Louisiana. Yeah, you'd be surprised if you went to San Andreas, a lot of people can speak English, but you can spot them out. They look like they're of African descent. That's what the history of San Andreas is really weird. It has a really weird history. Just looking Peru. Oh, Choco in Colombia. Walk through Guadalajara Avenue in Guadalajara from Cathedral to... Actually, I'm staying near the La. Actually, I walked by there a couple times today. I made a video today of... You guys won't see it for a while. I went through Guadalajara through the central historical area. I've actually kind of did that video like 2 or 3 times already, actually. So, but I'm getting better personally at taking video, so I did it again today. Varlata Avenue. Okay, well, I'll take note of that one. Okay. I'm actually by the La... My Spanish is bad. Minerva. I'm sorry. Bad pronunciation. That's probably why I don't... You guys wonder like why I don't speak to people. Sometimes I know my pronunciation is so poor that I would just embarrass myself. Guadalajara equals best women. There are a lot of good-looking women here. I think they call them tapatillas. They have those eyes that they'll say like ojas tapatillas. I don't travel for women, but to feel free. When I was younger, I would kind of travel for women. Now I just kind of travel. San Andreas is pretty cool. It's weird. A lot of the tourists are from other Latin American countries. Like you'll see a lot of Brazilians, people from Chile, people from Argentina. You do get some Colombians there on tours, vacation and stuff. But it's very nice. Colombia is where I've been going since grad school, and that was in the early 2000s. Colombia's a nice place. What's kind of weird is now I come to Mexico and I made some YouTube videos and nobody's watching them. Except for, I had a video of a little town called Ajijic. That video doing okay, but my other ones is not doing good at all. But if I make a YouTube video of Colombia, they do very well. Yeah, I hear you just looking. That's kind of got all of that out of my system. Any plans for Venezuela? Nope. I would like to go to Venezuela, but just not now. Now, I almost went to Venezuela in 2015. I was going to go to Margarita Island, but I decided on some other place, and I actually regret that, because that would have taken Venezuela off my list of places that I haven't been to. Colombia. Yes, Colombia seems. Yeah. People kind of know about Colombia. I don't know, if I make a video about Colombia, it does good. If I make videos of El Salvador, they do good, I think, because people don't want to walk around with cameras in El Salvador and make videos. They do very good. If I make videos of Guyana, those did the best. I think there's a lot of people from Guyana that don't live in Guyana, and they want to see what Guyana is like currently. Have I ever been mugged? No. Might sound weird, but I know it's going to happen to me someday. You know, if someone stole my stuff, I wouldn't mind what they stole, except for my phone, because my phone has my SIM card from the U.S. and my SIM card from the U.S. has free internet data internationally. So if someone stole my phone, I would lose my SIM card, and then I'd be screwed. So that sounds weird, but when I go home, I'm going to buy a kind of a backup of everything. I need instead of just one gimbal for my camera, I have two. Instead of one audio recorder, I'll have like backups. So if someone steals my stuff or something breaks, I won't be out of business, I guess, how I would say it. And I always travel with at least two phones too, so the problem is my SIM card. You know, so you guys talked about the precautions, like the money belt, that's a good idea. Cheap phone, that's a good idea. I heard when I went to Lima, Peru, they were saying people would rob you in Lima, Peru. They would take everything, all your clothes, your shoes, everything. So you would get robbed in Lima, Peru. They leave you naked. So if you're hiding money in your belt, if you're hiding money in your clothes, your shoes, it didn't matter. They took everything. So you're going to be in Lima, Peru, naked. But you know, most places aren't like that. Yeah, you're right. Mexico is my last trip before going to the U.S. I've been going north. I have never been to Bucaramanga. I want to go. That's one of those places I want to go. I don't plan on moving anywhere. I love you all says, do I plan on moving to Latin America? I don't plan on living anywhere for a while. Probably at least 3 or 4 years. Hello, KZ5. I need to travel to Peru again. Yes, I do. Panama, yeah, Panama is pretty hot. Depends what if you're making YouTube videos, it depends on what you're talking about. I want to talk about the nightlife or something. The Inca Trail. I should do something like the Inca Trail. I need to lose weight. I'm thinking about. I carry a big suitcase, a laptop bag that's probably like 20 pounds. I carry a backpack that's like probably 30 pounds, and that's how they got me one time. They weighed my carry-ons, but I think about maybe I should backpack maybe a few months. Yeah, maybe I'll lose some weight. Yeah, Peru, yeah. Yeah, I need to incorporate more of these. I don't know how I'd make a YouTube video with it, but I know I need to improve myself. But like the Inca trails, something like that would help me get more exercise and lose weight. Back to American women, yes. Back to America. American women, yes. When I was younger, I used to go to the clubs and bars in the States. Now when I go back to the States, I don't go out. I got no interest. I want to lose weight. Yeah, I want to lose about 30 pounds at least. So like in 2016, yeah, I probably gained like a lot of weight. Then I came back home and I think I lost like 25 pounds. And I put it all back on. Go visit Ethiopia. I don't know. I would go to Ethiopia. There's really not too many places I wouldn't go. Like you guys said, go to North Korea. I would go there. I want to go to Venezuela, but just not now. Yeah, give a cheap phone to the thieves. Love clubbing at Burger King. I should go to Trinidad during the carnival. I have actually been there. I think it was in 2015. I went to the carnival in Port of Spain. That's pretty crazy. I took some videos of that, but I just kind of starting out making some videos, and I'd say they didn't do very good. I don't know. North Korean women are lean and pretty. I'm sure they're lean. I don't know. I've been to South Korea a few times. I saw some good-looking women there. But I think when I went to Korea, the people seemed like not too warm or inviting or something like that. 24-hour fitness. You know, I was a member of 24-hour fitness, and it kind of gave me some problems when I want to leave and pause my account with them. But Finnish women are hot because of forced diets. It's kind of weird. I've seen some YouTube videos where it said over the last few years the Venezuelans have been losing a lot of weight. But the Venezuelan women are definitely very beautiful. Ooh. Wow, hour and a half? I can keep going then. Okay. Any other questions? So I asked before about when I should live stream. I think the consensus is Sundays, 9 p.m. I won't keep, I don't know how often I do live stream, but that's the best time. Thank you, Alex. Yeah, you're right, Alex. You know, one thing people have to deal with when you're doing YouTube is you get a lot of nasty comments, and then some people actually quit. Do you guys ever watch, there's a YouTuber called Marshall Vlogs. He subscribed to me, and then he had like a couple hundred subscribers, and he started making YouTube videos, and he went to like a ridiculous high number. But people would always leave him nasty comments, and then I think he just quit. Yeah, Marshall was cool. Marshall, I had about 600 subscribers, and Marshall had like 15 subscribers. He subscribed to me, and he was leaving comments, and then he went to Colombia. Man, he just unbelievable amount of subscribers, and then he took it very personal when people were leaving those stupid comments, and then I think he just quit. He just still has like 16 or something thousand subscribers. Colombians from Cali have good bodies. Yes, they do. Use the proper thumbnails. Yeah, most of the time he did, yeah. See, like, for me, I started out not talking at all in my videos, and I think that kind of hurt me. And if you guys, you might see me slowly but surely talking more in my videos. Yeah, Marshall was good. I think what people liked about him is he got very personal, like, oh, today sucks, or today's awesome, or this is my friend. He kind of, you could see him almost get sad and want to cry or something like that. But I really think he couldn't handle the people leaving these nasty comments. And it happened to, like, I think even, like, other YouTubers, they're like, oh man, I don't like all this, and blah blah blah. And there's a couple times where I was like, man, this sucks. There's a bodybuilder guy who used to have a channel from Colombia. Yeah, I know who you talk. I think he's a professor or something like that. Yeah, I used to watch him. I don't know. He sounds weird. He sounds like someone was trying to kill him or something. He's afraid people are going to kill him or something. Yeah, that guy, something interesting about that person, that guy. I'm actually subscribed to him. I don't know if he has a YouTube channel anymore. Yeah, Marshall. Yeah, I always watched his videos. I think he went to Spain and maybe has a girlfriend or something. LC, I should bring more. Yeah, I'm slowly getting into that. If you watched my YouTube videos from like 2 years ago, you probably didn't see me talk at all. Yeah, people are insulting the girls in his videos. Yeah, that's the problem. I used to have a different Instagram, and then I used my personal Instagram on YouTube, and then people watching my YouTube videos were like messaging my personal friends, and wow, that was terrible. People were leaving weird messages to my friends. Ooh, got a lot of questions. Yeah, I think it was Brofessor. Then he changed his name, and then he went back to Brofessor. Yeah, Marshall, you went to Spain. I think one of those girls became his girlfriend, and then, of course, his YouTube videos have Colombian girls, so it's probably a jealousy thing there. Like, I don't want to see these videos of your ex-girlfriends or whoever they were. Might sound funny, but me and Maro are talking about we were gonna make a YouTube video. We were gonna go to that city in Colombia where she's from, Armenia, and we were gonna go there and look for her, pretend like we were gonna look for her, but we just never got to it. Yeah, trolls. Yeah, I had some guy messaging my personal friends, and there's someone who's looking for one of the women in my YouTube videos, and he never found her though. Yeah, Brofessor, he was cool. I used to watch his videos all the time. I don't know what happened to him. Yeah, he was. Yeah, Brofessor was cool. I don't know what happened to that guy. Marshall, there's a guy named Marshall Vlogs. He He made some videos in Colombia, then he went to Spain, but he stopped making videos. Well, I get asked this question a lot. What's my ethnicity? My mother is born in Vietnam. My dad was from the United States, from Arkansas. So I kind of half Vietnamese, half white American. I was never, I always felt like 50-50, so I can't say I felt too Asian or too white, or I was never religious or anything. Southeast African women have really good bodies, thin frames with big butts. Southeast. Yeah, that's quite a mix. Oh, thank you, Colin. And I think technically my dad was German-Irish. That's what he kept saying. So my dad is German-Irish, my mom's Vietnamese. Yeah, my dad was from I think was it called Mountain View? He grew up near Mountain View in Arkansas. Brazil's awesome. I was lucky to meet somebody in Rio to show me around, and I was really lucky for someone to show me around Rio. But I was always like, hey, be careful, be careful, be careful. And that's the problem with Rio. Yeah, look for an army. We thought that was going to be our hit video. Have I been to Vietnam? I've been to Vietnam one time. I think I was only there like 3 or 4 days. What happened, I was in Cambodia, and I already had a plan to go to Vietnam, and my dad had died when I was in Cambodia. And there's no such thing, back then, maybe now it's different, there's no such thing as a flight from Cambodia to the States. And I already had my plan to go to Vietnam, so I continued with my plan to go to Vietnam. They had my dad's funeral, missed my dad's funeral, felt really bad. I don't want the same thing to happen again. Any more questions? Catfish, bit goofy there. Oh, thank you, Colleen. Colombian women are slim thicks. Which are the best? Yeah, Colombian women are very good looking. Venezuelan women are also very good looking. Yeah, I really need to go to... I was thinking about that today, actually. Maybe I'll go there tomorrow night, especially it's a Saturday. I just hate... I don't know, in Colombia I would go out to a bar by myself. Here, it's like, you feel like the weird guy being out by yourself. Even though that's the same in Colombia. Usually they go out in 2 or more people, but for some reason I feel weird going out to a bar here by myself. And I'm actually not too far from Chapultepec. I was thinking about making a video of there during the day, but it might be boring. I have to scope that out. Oh wow, you got quite a mix, Alex. I actually want to go to Portugal too. That's one of the countries I haven't been to yet. Yeah, I would definitely like to travel. You guys got any more questions? kind of willing to stay on here for as long as you guys want, as long as you guys have questions. Or I should probably have some questions for you guys, but I can't think of anything to ask. So if you guys could like take a vacation, where would you guys go? Have I been to Jamaica? I have been to Jamaica. Or can I just didn't make any videos in Jamaica. I really regret that. I had some interesting things happen in Jamaica. I was actually rented a car there and drove across the country and got lost in Jamaica a couple times when I was driving. Where can I buy a Richard's Real Traveler t-shirt? Yeah, that's one of those things where you keep in the back of your mind where maybe I would do that. If you guys are actually interested in doing that, I could probably do that. I think you just go to some websites and you guys just order that. I'm not sure how that works. Oh, thank you, Jay White. So where would you guys take a vacation to? I know I had a lot of subscribers on here from Colombia and from Guyana. Russia, I would definitely go to Russia. A lot of the countries I haven't been to are countries that you have to apply for a visa. And for me, I would have to submit all this paperwork and applications to go to Russia. That's why I just haven't done that. Oh, that's quite a mix. Where do you live, Collie? That's a interesting mix. Philippines, that might be my first Asian country I go to. It's easy to go to Philippines and then hop around from there. From the United States, a lot of flights would go to Japan first, then the Philippines. Some of them would go to the Philippines. Then, go there first. Or sometimes they go to Taiwan first, then the Philippines. Let's see. Elsie says he's going to Colombia in May. And then wherever the road takes him. Yeah, I like to travel without plans. Actually, the last couple of weeks I've been going around Mexico with no plans. I would wake up and just go where I went. But I committed to myself finally to staying here for 3 more days, and I'm not sure after that. There's another YouTuber here called Here Be Bar. He's having a subscriber meetup on Sunday, and I'm going to go there. Here, probably getting this wrong. You guys ever see his YouTube channel? He used to have he's growing really fast. He's got 22,000 subscribers, something like that. But he's kind of makes mostly videos of New York City and Mexico. And he's actually here in Guadalajara. I'm going to go to his subscriber meeting in a couple days. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Alex. Okay, I'll make note of making t-shirts. Also, that's one reason I need to go home is do a lot of things. I need to make business cards. A lot of people tell me to make business cards, so I need to make business cards and stuff like the t-shirts. And I'm not sure. It seemed like a Richard's Real Traveler t-shirt would be boring. I'm not sure how I'd design that. Any tips on layovers? I've had a lot of long layovers. I have a American Express Platinum, which gives you the free. I can go into most of the clubs in the airport for free. Um, that's what I do. I stay in the VIP lounges. But one time I was in Taiwan for a 15-hour layover. I just left the airport and I walked around and came back. Can't really think of anything else. Grinch sent me. Oh, okay. If you guys have any ideas for a t-shirt, if you guys really want a t-shirt, I could do that. Yeah, Philippines, lots of English. Singapore, lots of English. Hong Kong, English. If you want to know about English places, let's see what else. Actually, a lot of Middle East speaks English. I mean, so many people don't want to go there, but a lot of places in the Middle East speak English. We got Belize. Costa Rica, a lot of people speak English in Costa Rica. I think it's because the Americans or the whatever it is, but a lot of people in Costa Rica speak English. What else? Dubai. I've been to Dubai like 2 or 3 times. I went to Dubai because of the Navy, though, not because of vacation. But basically, the Navy ships would pull in somewhere like 45 minutes or an hour away from Dubai, and then they'd give us a free bus to Dubai. Yeah, lots of expats in Costa Rica. Yeah, I've talked to some expats there. They said a lot of their friends are leaving because they says it's getting too expensive. Like, I met an owner of a bar there in Costa Rica, and he said most of his friends went to Colombia. They said it's getting too expensive in Costa Rica. Filipino women in Fort Lauderdale. Yeah. See, I have a bad memory about it. It's when you guys throw up those airport codes, I probably know where they are. Yeah, the Fort Lauderdale airport there by Miami. When I was in the Navy, it used to be a lot of Filipino women around the military bases, because a lot of the military guys ended up marrying Filipino women, so you see a lot of Filipino women around U.S. military bases. Playa del Carmen, it's a pretty good place, actually. They get a lot of tourists go to Playa del Carmen. I thought it was pretty good. Alex will meet up with her in Bogota. Oh, really? That's a weird one. Are you going to see, Alex, are you going to see Marwa? Is prices for one thing? So the expats are leaving Costa Rica because of the crime? Maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. The guy told me most of his friends went to Medellin because it's cheaper. And when I went to Dubai, I was like 2008, so I think it's probably totally different, because Dubai is non-stop. It's just building and building and building non-stop. I'm sure it's totally different now than when I went. Do I think someone has to be in a country for at least 6 months to know it well? Yeah, probably. Yeah. Not only, like, is Costa Rica safe? I thought it was pretty safe, but of course there are those neighborhoods in San Jose which you go through there. It's one of those places I wouldn't walk. But you did see me walk through a lot of places, and I felt safe in those areas. I don't make YouTube videos about it, but I talk to the locals. A lot of locals can speak English. I would talk to them about crime and stuff, and a lot of them had their own personal stories of something happened to them. But I felt safe walking around myself. Where would I stay in Bogota? Bogota has a weird thing of the further south is more dangerous, further north is more safe. And I would say if you stay at the level of like Calle 80 or 75 or something and stay there and or more north, it's very safe. If you start going right around 50 or 60, it's okay, like Chapinero or something, it's pretty good. Am I going to Asia this fall? Yes. I'm not quite sure where it will start. It depends on the plane tickets, but I think I would probably start in the Philippines. We'll go to like Philippines, and from Philippines you can go everywhere. You can go Singapore, you can go Thailand, everywhere. Gringo Gulch at night. Yeah, I heard of that place. I've never been there. Why? Chapinero in Bogota. Oh, Chapinero is fine. I think that kind of starts where maybe during the day it's quite safe, and at night you just be careful. But I've walked around. I've stayed at Airbnbs in Chapinero just fine. I haven't had no problems. Yeah, I think I commented on a video about Chapinero. I have a YouTube video walking around there, and there's no problem. Oh, okay, so I'm sorry, some of you guys might not be able to see everything. So someone's talking about walking around Costa Rica at night in Gringo Gulch. Yeah, I've walked around in some places there at night. I felt okay, but yeah, it's kind of. Oh, okay. Yeah, especially around the Del Rey. Yeah, right around the Del Rey Hotel at night, you get all those guys, and some of them are just very brazen. They'll just ask you if you want to buy drugs, and it could be like a cop across the street, and they'll still ask you. So I'm not sure what's up with that. They're just not afraid to ask you such things. Oh, you're going to Bogota March 1st? Wow, you got a lot of time in Colombia then. I think maybe the weather won't be so bad in Bogota back then. Are you asking about, is Jamaica dangerous? You know, I'm not quite. I went there like 3 years ago, but I'm not quite the expert of that right now. I did walk around Kingston during the day. I walked around Montego Bay, walked around there at night, stuff like that. But I can't really comment on that too much. Thank you, good look. Yeah, just looking. Yeah, good night too. Thank you. Yeah, in Costa Rica, right around where he was talking about the Gringo Gulch, it's, man, people just, yeah, it's kind of scary around there. Yeah. Actually, my hotel was right in there. I didn't stay at the Hotel Del Rey, but I stayed at a cheap hotel not far from it. And yeah, I had to walk around there at night. Okay, Chapultepec and Vallarta. Oh, well, thank you for the advice there. Thank you, just looking. I hope you have a good night. When was I last in Panama? I was in Panama. You guys know my memory's terrible. It was like 6 weeks ago, or maybe 2 months ago. Okay. I'm glad I'm glad that YouTube video helped you. Zona G's nice. There's nothing wrong with Zona G. So, am I afraid of walking around Panama? I used to be, but not anymore. There are some bad areas of Panama City, but it's not too far from the historic center. Is kind of scary around there. They say don't go around there, and I just don't do that. I don't hang out there. So if you hang out where the touristy things are, it's pretty safe. Probably the only bad thing and I didn't like about Panama is the taxi drivers. Someone asked me, do I have any plans for North Africa, Tunisia, or Algeria? Yes, I do want to go, actually. Especially I want to, for some reason I feel like I want to see Morocco. That sounds like extreme adventure there. So I want to see Morocco and see all those countries around there. Definitely want to see the pyramids. You're welcome, Carlos. I like Guatemala a lot, and not quite sure why some people make it sound like Guatemala is a bad place. I really like Guatemala. As far as videos from Guatemala, I still have at least 8 more to upload for you guys. Some of you guys might just started watching. I'm going home in a couple weeks, and I have lots and lots of video to. I have enough video for uploading for a few months probably, but how long will I stay home? I'm not sure yet. I should go to Spain and watch football. Actually, I was just talking to my Navy buddy. He's in Spain, and I was talking to him today, actually. He lives in, by Rota, Spain, so that's by the big Navy base there, so I might go pay him a visit. Guess my friend in Rota, Spain has a cool schedule. He works 4 days and 4 days off. When he has his 4 days off, he takes a vacation. So I might go meet up with him. Any more questions? Oh, let's see. Oh, the Sahara there is amazing. See, the thing is, if I went to the desert, I would have to make a totally different style of video, which I'm going to start doing. Could you imagine me walking through a desert with my camera, walking around for 15 minutes? People would probably fall asleep, but I need to make a different style of videos, and that's where I'm headed. So I'm always going to keep my videos of walking around, but I'm going to start slowly adding extra videos in there. Oh, your cousin's in the Navy for 15 years. That's cool. I was just in a city called San Miguel Allende in Mexico. I was there for 2 days, and I met a guy. He was in the Navy for 4 years. That's in my just very recent video. When I was in the Navy, I retired. I was in the Navy for 20 years, and I retired 4 years ago. I should set up a group tour to Africa, Asia. A group tour? Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I'm not sure how I would do it, but you know, I've traveled a lot through the Americas, and I know my way around. So if I could find a rich dude that said, "Hey, show me around, and I'll pay for it," that'd be cool. But I don't know how I'd go about doing that, because I've met some people that, you know, they want to travel, they're just kind of scared. or they don't know where to go. If I could somehow be like a tour guide, I'm not sure how to do that. No, I have never met a guy named Rommel Elman or Aleman. Sorry, I get a little confused because the Spanish English is kind of. Like right now, I want to try to say it in Spanish, but that's not the right way to do it. Yeah, I'm going to start in Asia later this year. When I get to Africa, I'm not sure. I would go to Europe again too, and I have to go to Africa. There's a lot of places to see. I don't know. Finley. I've been to lots of Hooters restaurants. Besides the Hooters restaurants in Colombia, I went to one in Brazil, Panama, Mexico. There's a Hooters restaurant. I guess I didn't show that to you guys yet. I went to a Hooters restaurant in Guatemala City not too long ago. Went to Hooters in Singapore, United States. There's a couple more I just can't remember. It kind of threw me off. I've been to a lot of Hooters restaurants, but my favorite would be Medellin. The Hooters in Medellin, Colombia is just consistently good-looking waitresses. I have a video I made it a couple weeks ago. I was in Guatemala City, and I was in an area called Zone 10, and I walked to Hooters restaurant. So that's going to be one of my videos of walking to Hooters restaurant in Guatemala City. And it kind of ended pretty well too, actually. I kept walking until I was in Hooters restaurant. There used to be a Hooters restaurant in El Salvador, and I tried going there, but they closed it. And the rumor of why they closed it is because of the people were trying to extort them. The gangs or mafia was trying to extort the Hooters restaurant in El Salvador, so they closed it. So that's kind of a bad story there, but. Friendliest women. Some of the friendliest people I've met are in Peru. I was in Paraguay, and it was really easy to talk to women. I think in Paraguay they don't get lots of tourists, so when you go to somewhere like Paraguay, they're like, everybody just kind of looking at you like, wow, look at this foreign guy. I had people in Paraguay invite me to the house and had barbecues and stuff like that, and drive me around and stuff like that. It's probably not recommended to just let people drive around, but I had a good time in Paraguay. People in Cambodia are super friendly. People in Thailand are super friendly. Did I go to Lips Bar? I went there maybe like 3 years ago. Yeah, DR has friendly women. Did I enjoy the Hooters in Medellin? Yes. The first time I went to Medellin was probably, I don't know, 6 or 7 years ago, and man, I would go there every day. I would go to Hooters restaurant every single day. But then after a while, you just kind of realize that it's not easy to get a date with them, so I just stopped going. Continuing with the talk about friendly women. So you guys probably want to know, like, where is it easy for a single guy to just get a normal woman easy? I think Paraguay was easy for me to get a normal woman. Thailand's very easy. Like when in Thailand, I used to go to Thailand a lot, and I'm not talking about hookers or something. I'm talking about normal women. You take them out to dinner, or you take them out to a club, give them some drinks, and then you don't have to ask them to go with you. They just kind of go with you, and you do what you want. I don't know. It's kind of so for easy women, it seemed like Thailand, Paraguay was easy. Can't think of anything else right now that's super easy. I think Brazil would probably be easy, but I didn't have a whole lot of luck there. Fazidos, I've been there quite a few times. There's a subscriber tomorrow. I met him in Medellin. They're like, "Where should we go? Where should we go?" And took him to Fazidos, and he was quite surprised. Where am I from? From California in the United States. Wasn't ready for all that. Yeah. You guys are asking enough questions. I have to volunteer information. That's funny. I started talking about that. I got more people watching. What happened? I don't know. You guys got any more questions? Oh, Alex says the strip joints here are like brothels. You know, most places in a lot of these countries, that's what it's like. It's not like they have lots of rules like the U.S. or something. I don't know. It just it's totally different. Okay, you have a good night, Era 03MV. Porto de Iro. I will search for that. Am I scared to go to Thailand because of ladyboys? The funny thing is, when you go to Thailand the first few times and you don't know about the ladyboys, they will trick you. But after you go there many times and you see them in other countries like Singapore and stuff like that, you can spot them very fast. It's usually how they act. That's how you spot them. And usually for some reason the ladyboys are unusually tall. Somehow. Or they're dressed perfect. They have their makeup perfect. They have their hair perfect. They act perfect. I don't know, something easy to spot. Any more questions? Oh, I'm at 2 hours and 14 minutes. Any more questions? Let's see here. 25. If you guys don't have any more questions, I guess I'll go pretty soon. I know it's kind of late. I'm here in Guadalajara, 11:14 p.m. In New York would be past midnight. Yeah, am I staying home? Yes, I am. Sorry, I said earlier in the video I'm going to a place called Tequila tomorrow. It's a city probably 1 hour from here It's called Tequila, and that's where the alcohol tequila gets its name. And it's a very interesting little city. I'm going to go there tomorrow, take some video there, have my lunch there. That's an awesome place to have lunch. Maybe I'll buy some tequila. And then there's some ancient ruins not too far from that. Might drive over there too. Staying home tonight? Yep. Is Fozzy Dos a safe spot? Yes, it is. You always take a taxi there and stuff like that, or Uber. What club do I recommend in Medellin? Man, there's so many. I would recommend you just, if you go to Medellin, go to the area called Parque Jerez. I'll spell it out for you. So many clubs in Medellin, I couldn't even explain it. Just go to Parque Jerez. Alright, Alex is there right now. You could ask him. If you want a strip club, you go to Fozzy Dos. Do I have any plans to go to... Yeah, I would definitely go to Canada. I wouldn't go there when it's cold. But you know, maybe I can go to Canada before I go to Asia, because it's going to start getting warm there pretty soon. It's Parque Jerez is, I like it better than Calle 70, because Calle 70 is a big straight line, and it's got some good bars there, but you just have to walk up and down. And in Parque Jerez, it's all... Parque Jerez, everything is like right here. You just walk around. Another, if you guys can speak some Spanish, I would recommend this city, Bello. That's a little bit north of Medellin. There's a area with lots and lots of bars, and it's safe, and it's like the Wild Wild West, but it's... I have some YouTube videos of this. It's very crazy there. Barrio Obrero and Bello is excellent place to go out on a Friday or Saturday. I wouldn't go there any other day, but Friday or Saturday night you go there. As far as Canada, I really like Toronto. Deja Vu, yeah, I heard of that one. I have some YouTube videos of... Search my YouTube videos for Bello. This is really... And you just have to watch the videos. Look for my YouTube videos of Bello. It's like the Wild Wild West, but it's very safe there. And you could go there, you probably won't see any gringos there. You'd be like the only one there. Caribbean, Toronto. Yeah, honestly, I really like Toronto. I got some friends from Toronto, but my friend from Toronto, he usually lives in Thailand because of the weather. He only goes home to Toronto for doing his taxes and stuff. Or I think you guys have some certain laws for the healthcare system or something like that. You have to be in Canada a certain amount of time each year. Yeah, it's Wild Wild West and safe. You really just have to watch my videos of... Search for my videos of Bello. I went there about 3 times, never had a problem. It seems like in that area, Bello, all those bars and clubs seem to be owned by the same people, so I think they self-police it, meaning that whoever owns these places, they don't want no trouble or anything going on, so they control that street, and there's no crime going on there. Yeah, you could live in Medellin for 2,000 a month. I think that's pretty easy. That's a good number. 2,000 a month in Medellin, you could do that. Oh, is that what you do, Alex? You're a real estate developer? Oh, I thought you were from San Diego too, aren't you? Well, you got a really hard name for me to say. Well, thank you, Godhar. Memphis Rain says I could pass for Hispanic. A lot of people will assume I can speak Spanish. I guess, I don't want to say I'm blessed, but I can somehow mix in if I don't talk in a lot of countries. If I don't talk, I can mix in. Okay, you lived here for 5 years. I like, Florida's one of my favorite states too. I like California and Florida. Texas is okay. I like Hawaii. I can't really think of any other states I like. If you live right around Miami, you're talking about the women, lots of diverse, beautiful women in Miami, or around there. Hmm, 23 viewers. Any more questions? Toronto is fire. Oh. Toronto? Let's see. I went to Toronto. I went to Toronto. I was walking around. I saw that very big tower. I went on top. It had that glass floor. Walked in there. Walked to Niagara Falls. Stuff like that. But I don't remember the women though. Remember, I went to Vancouver. Had lots of women there. Had a lot of Asian women there too, actually. Have I been to Montreal? Nope, never been there. I've been to Vancouver, Toronto. I forgot there's a name of some city near Nova Scotia. Been there. That's the only place I've been to in Canada. What I didn't like about every time I went to Canada, it seems like the customs and the immigration is always strict. Oh, that's cool. See, Robert Tony says, see, group everywhere, Montreal, LA, etc. And I'm starting to lose my voice. I talk more than I usually do. Any more questions? Montreal is friendlier city of Canada. Okay. Real estate in San Diego is super expensive, from what I understand. Had a lot of Navy friends there, and they couldn't actually, or they chose not to actually live in San Diego. have to drive to work. Like they go live like 1 hour away or something like that. Am I going to Philippines? Yes. Pretty sure I will be. I'd probably start in Manila and then go Cebu. I actually have some friends in Cebu. And then I would go to some of those touristy places, like Palawan or some of those other ones that I haven't been to before. Wow, almost 2.5 hours. So how about I will quit in 4 minutes? At 2.5 hours. That's like quite a record. So any more questions? I'll stay on here for like 4 more minutes, then I'll call it quits. Someone asking me, what do I do for a living? Am I a stockbroker or something? Retired military. I get a pension for that. I get disability pension for that. Lately on YouTube, I do very good. Oh, it's not that great. I make like $1,400 a month from YouTube. I actually don't spend my money though. When I go home, I plan on spending a lot of money for new camera equipment and stuff. I used to day trade stocks a lot, and I still do sometimes, once in a while. Have I been to Detroit? No, I've never been to Detroit. I think I've been to like 40 of the U.S. states, but Michigan, I don't think I've been to Michigan. No. I used to trade Forex. I lost a lot of money in the Forex. That's a dangerous... Trading Forex with leverage is a very dangerous thing for someone to do if they don't know what they're doing. I used to make a lot of money in stocks and then I'd lose it in Forex. I don't mess with Forex anymore. They hate us Americans on the other one. I don't know about that one. How much I make from YouTube? I make about $1,400 a month. It's going up and up and up and up and up and up. I trade Forex full time. Yeah, leverage of 1,001. I think I used to do like 50 to 1 or something like that. That's just... I'm not going to say how much. That's just ridiculous. Oh, I understand. So Memphis Rain talks about retired disabled vet to military. Yeah, see, I don't have... Oh, okay. Yeah, that 1001, that's... I'm not going to get into my Forex stories. I used to... Yeah, you guys, I'm not going to talk about it. But, let's see. Memphis Rain's talking about his... If he didn't have pets, he could probably travel too. Yeah, I don't have pets. Don't have a house. Don't pay rent. Only thing is I do have... I used to have 2 cars. And I sold one last time, and I have 1 car. It's just probably rotting away, and I'm going to go back and probably sell it and have no cars. Yeah, I'm kind of lucky. I don't have anything to attach me to anymore. Yeah, Cebu. I've been to Cebu. Yeah, Cebu was an easy place to get some girlfriends there. Normal women. There used to be a website called like, you guys remember a website called like Friendster.com or Tagged.com? Used to met some girl on that website there, and met her in Cebu and had a great time. I don't know. It was good. Actually, I need to start using Tinder. I haven't tried it. Yeah, with Uber and Lyft. Yeah. But sometimes, like when I'm in the U.S., I'll drive. Like I'll drive like all the way to Las Vegas, or I'll drive to Reno. I'll drive to Los Angeles. I really like to. I like to drive a lot, but try trading futures. Yeah, a lot of my friends do that. When I travel, I meet a lot of friends that they trade futures, or they're computer programmers, or both. Tagged, yeah. I haven't used it in a long time. I met a lot of girls on that Tagged. There used to be a website called Friendster. I think that website's closed down, but that was a good website. And Tagged. As Medellin got, Medellin, it hasn't got more expensive because of the currency. When I first went to Medellin, it used to be about 1,400 pesos for $1. Now it's usually almost 3,000. It's a little bit less right now, but sometimes it's higher, like 3,300. So Medellin has not got more expensive. It's probably got more expensive for a Colombian, but for someone with American dollars, no, it hasn't got more expensive. I haven't used tag.com much. I don't know. I might try it. I've met some women through Facebook. Sometimes you just make friends of friends and then you bother them and you meet them. Ooh, I went past my 4 minutes. Alright, any more questions? I really don't mind staying on here longer if you guys have questions. If there's not too many questions, I know it's getting kind of late. I've been doing this for 2 hours 32 minutes. Yeah, editorial says. Uber driver if he had change for 50. Wow. That's weird. I never had a Uber driver try to scam me before. In Medellin, I had a taxi driver give me a fake 20,000 peso bill. Went to Guyana. How was it there? I get a lot of people ask me that. It's very interesting. I would definitely go back again. I would probably rent a car if I went there again. Because if I remember right, they didn't have Uber, and trying to find a taxi was a pain in the butt. So they kind of used different transportation system of those minivans or something like that. Or, I think if I went to Guyana again, I would rent a car so I could actually see more. Any more questions? How much is a bottle of vodka and parquilleras in the club? Well, the funny thing about Colombia is it's stuff like that's cheap. I would say if you start with like a cheap one like Smirnoff, might start at about $50 to $60. 50, 60, maybe no more than $70 for a bottle of vodka and parquilleras. If you went to some of the other areas in Colombia, you might see like a full bottle of rum in clubs for maybe 25-30 bucks. That's if you're not going like somewhere like Parque Jerez. Who's this YouTuber I'm meeting? I think it's spelled like this. Here be bar. He mostly does videos in. He's subscribed to me too, but he doesn't comment much on mine. He's in Mexico, right? He actually happens to be here in Guadalajara. He does videos in like Mexico, New York City. He talks more about like the food and how cheap stuff is and stuff like that. Yeah, a bottle of alcohol, the service of a bottle of alcohol in Colombia is cheap. Especially if you get like the alcohol made in Colombia, it's cheap. I remember it's been a long time, I used to go to Cambodia. A bottle in a club would be like 20 bucks, 25 bucks. Cambodia is like unbelievable. I don't know how it was so cheap. Is it safe to visit Cali for salsa? You know, I don't show you guys everything I do. I don't walk around the streets at night with the video camera, but I've walked around Cali like midnight, 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, and I didn't have any problem walking around Cali. So I know every place, even like like Medellin, it has this bad areas where you just don't go, and there's nothing for you to do anyway. So if you went to Medellin and you stay in El Poblado or Parque Jerez or Laureles or Envigado or Sabaneta, there's no problem there. But Medellin does have its very bad areas, but I've never been there. I got no reason to go there. And for Cali, same thing. I've walked around 2, 3, 4 midnight. I mean, in the morning, so I didn't have any problems. Have I been to Vietnam? Yeah, I said that earlier in the video. I've been there like 3 or 4 days. I definitely have to go back. If you guys haven't watched earlier, my mom's from Vietnam. She said she wants me to make videos of Vietnam. So. Thank you, Alex. I guess I should probably go soon. Okay, so you guys. So now I know next time I do live stream, it should be Sunday about 9 p.m. or so. Love my pho. A lot of people probably say that wrong. It's not pho, it's pho. Love my pho. Yeah, so yeah, next time I do live stream, I'll try to do Sundays. Taking advantage of right now, I have some good internet. I've been traveling around through Mexico, and sometimes the internet doesn't even work. So you can just imagine how disappointing that is. I was in a city called San Luis Potosi for 2 days, and man, my internet didn't work out. I was like almost depressed. Aguardiente, yeah, that's super cheap. That's probably the cheapest one you're gonna get. That's a low-priced alcohol from Colombia. Very cheap. People usually do it in shots and it gets you drunk. You can get the Colombian rum or whiskey too. It's cheap. Thank you, Robert Tony. Check the resume. Yeah, Aguardiente. I actually wanted to. I was hoping I could get a T-shirt that said Aguardiente, but I didn't find one. I also want a T-shirt that says Ron Medellin, but couldn't find one of those either. What is Mara like off camera? I don't know. When I was with Mara, I always thinking about improving his YouTube channel. He's a hard worker. He's always like, how are we going to improve the YouTube channel? Or it's kind of like YouTube or talk about women. That's the way it was. Is YouTube or women is what it was about. Mr. Thailand, Sawadee Cup, Sawadee Mai. Well, I could speak. Actually, I used to be able to speak Thai. I forgot it all. But, Sunday's the best. Yeah, you're right. People like to party a lot. I don't party. When I'm in Colombia, I party. When I go places like here in Mexico, yeah, I don't. Maybe in Cancun I'd party, but I personally don't party too much anymore. But you're right. Sunday is definitely the best. When I see some of what the other YouTubers do that I watch, if they do a live stream, it's usually on Sunday. Well, thank you, Alex. Okay. All right, Sunday. So I will, if I do a live stream again, I'll try Sunday. But sometimes it really depends on the internet. Like I said, I'm having really good internet here. Sometimes I test the internet here. It's like 60 megabits per second download, and sometimes it's like 200. Uploads always like 50, which is really fast. While I was in San Miguel Allende, upload was like 0 almost. Some of those other places, you go to some of these small towns in Mexico, sometimes you have almost no internet. Alright, I really think I'm going to go pretty soon, so we'll say 2 more minutes and I'm done. So, I guess I should just start with closing. I really appreciate all you guys. I have my loyal subscribers like Alex. Yeah, let's see. Well, of course, the guys that gave me super chat. So thanks to Delight. He's always commenting. I used to think he was talking bad about me, but he's just giving me criticism. Eddie Torres. He's always been a good subscriber, and he's I think he's offered to meet me and stuff like that. And Alex, obviously one of my favorite subscribers. I've actually offered to introduce him to some of my friends. Oh, Eddie Torres is in Hong Kong bar in Tijuana, watching my content. Oh shoot, I might have to go to Tijuana. Yeah, I like Tijuana. Tijuana's cool. I was thinking about making a video of... I definitely wouldn't walk around Zona Rosa with the camera. I'd probably get killed. But I was going to walk down that... Was it Independence Avenue or something like that? The main touristy street in Tijuana. I was thinking about walking down there, doing a YouTube video down there. But, Tijuana is one of those places where, I'm a little scared to walk around with a camera. But I think maybe I would walk down that one street with the camera. So I guess I'll continue with my closing. So thank you for the guys that super chatted. Thank you for all my other loyal subscribers, and thank you for. I always appreciate comments. Like I know some of you guys are subscribed to me. You don't comment much. I appreciate if you do just comment. I mean, if, on my other videos, just comment. Like some of you guys, I know you have left 1 or 2 comments before, but I just, if I make a new video, just leave some comments, stuff like that. And I think this is going to be about it. Thank you, Eddie. You have a good night. And yes, I will drive careful. Tomorrow I'm driving to Tequila and driving back. That's like a 1 hour drive. Thank you, Robertoni. Thank you, Alex. Okay, everybody. Well, thank you for watching. I will try to give more advance notice of when I will do another live stream. Might be having a friend with me in a few days. Maybe I could do live stream with her. Maybe, I'm not sure. So thank you for watching. Thank you for the soup chats, and I will keep making more videos. And I'm always open to suggestions. And I'll see you guys later. Thanks. Well, thanks again. Really, thanks for watching, and see you guys later. Bye. Bye.